Hi guys, I'm back today. I'm going to read 2 Samuel 13 to 21, Proverbs 20, and Psalm 86. Let's start now. Absalom, David's son, a beautiful sister named Tamar. And after a time, Ammon, David's son, loved her. And Ammon was so tormented that he made herself ill because of his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin. And it seemed impossible for Ammon to do anything to her. But Ammon had a friend, his name was John Dab, son of Shimei and David's brother. And John Dab was a very crafty man. And he said to him, "My son the king, why are you so haggard morning after morning? Will you not tell me?" And said to him, "I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister John tested him. Lie down in your bed and pretend to be ill. If Farms comes to you, taste him. Let my sister Tamar come to give me bread to eat. Here for you, my son, I may see you from here." So Ammon lay down, pretend to be ill. This king said to him, and said to him, "Here, let my sister Tamar come and make a couple of cakes for my son. I may eat from her hand." Years and heard Tamar. So go to your brother Ammon's house and prepare food for him. And Tamar went to her brother Ammon's house where he was lying. And she took the knead and made cakes in his son, and baked the cakes in it. And she took the pan and emptied it out before he refused to eat it. Ammon said, "Send out everyone from me." Everyone went out from him. And Ammon said to Tamar, "Bring the food into the chamber and eat from here." And Tamar took the cake she made, brought them into the chamber to Ammon, brother. When she brought them in, he took over and said, "I can't lie with you, my sister. Just no, my brother, do violate me, for such things not done. Do this outrageous thing. As to me, where can I carry my share? As to you, do not do, you would be one of the outraged fools nature. Therefore, who speaks to you, hear not withhold from me, and he would not and being strong there, she who violated her and lived there. And Ammon hated her with very great hatred. He hated her was greater than love, which he loved her. Ammon said to her, "Get up, go." She said to him, "Name of brother, for this woman stand to me always good, and the wild that you did to me." He did not listen to her. He called the young man who served her and said, "Put this woman out of my presence," and brought the door after her. Now she was wearing a long robe of slaves, with also the devoted daughters of King Just. So then put her out and brought the door after her, and time put ashes on her head toward the long robe as she wore. And laid him on her head and went out crying aloud as she went. And her brother Absalom said to her, "Hey, I'm your brother made with thee, and now I want to peace message." He said, "Brother, do not take this to heart, so tell me live, and just the Lord about Absalom's house." And then David heard of all these things and very Ammon's son spoke to Ammon, and they could not but. And Absalom hated Ammon, because he was around his sister Tamar. After 2 full years, Ammon had a sheep shears about Hazel, which is near Ephraim. Absalom fired all the king's sons. Absalom pointed and said, "Behold, your son of sheep shears." This was the king also spread his the king said to Absalom, "My son, that's not all good. If you burn to me, and impress you, you'll not go but go in this blessing." Absalom said, "If not, please let rather Ammon go with us." And the king said to him, "Why should he go with you?" And Absalom pressed her until he let Ammon and all the king's sons go with him. Absalom commanded his servant, "Walk on Ammon's heart very fine, and say to strike Ammon and then kill him. Do not fear, have I not commanded you? Be courageous and be violent." For so the sons of Absalom did unto Ammon as Absalom had commanded. Then the king's sons arose and each man his mule and fled. But they were in the way, and these came to David. Absalom struck down all the king's sons, not one of them is left. And the king arose and tore his garments and lay on the earth, and all the sons were stained by tore their garments. But John the son of Shimei and David's brother, and said, "No, let not my lord suppose they have killed all the king's sons. Ammon alone is dead. And the command of Absalom this day has been determined from the day he violated his sister Tamar. And therefore let not my lord the king take it to heart as to suppose that all the king's sons are dead. Ammon alone is dead." Absalom put in. The young man kept the watch on the trip beside him, and behold, many people came from the roadside, and divided side of the mountain. John Doe said to the king, "Behold, the king's sons have." And his sons have come, and his sons so come back. And so when he finished speaking, so behold, the king's sons came and lifted their voices and went. And the king sent all those servants work regularly. Absalom fled went to Tamar, his son Amon, king of Geshur, and David went for his son today. So Absalom fled went to Geshur, and there was there 3 years. And then spirit the king longed to go to Absalom, because he was comforted by Ammon, since he was dead. And Joab's son Zeruiah knew that the king's heart went to Absalom, and Joab sent to call, and brought from there a wise man and said to him, "Return to your man and put on many guns." Learning goals, do not know yourself that way. And if like a woman has been learning from the many days from the to the king to be first, and should Joab put the words in him. And the woman took her shame to the king, she came over face to the ground, paid homage and said, "Say me again." And the king said, "What is your trouble?" And he said, "Last time my husband's dead." And he said, "It was 2 sons, and they quarreled with one another. There's none to separate them." And the one struck the other and killed him. And the whole kind of business against his son. They said, "Give the man who struck his brother, and you put him to death for life of his brother, and be killed." And so they destroyed the heirs. And as they were questioned, I called his life and lived to my husband, and name not written on the face of the earth. And then the king said to the woman, "Go to your house, don't give orders concerning you." And the woman declared to take king, "I'll be the king." And then go up, my lord, the king of my father's house. And the king is going to be gods. The king said, "If anyone says anything to you, bring him to me, and you shall never touch you again." He said, "But he said the king invoked the Lord his God, that the avenger of blood can never, and my son be not destroyed." And he says, "Lord, there is not one hair your son shall fall to you." And the woman said, "Well, does he speak a word to my lord the king?" He said, "Speak." And the woman said, "I don't have any plans such things as people go." And given this decision, the king convinced himself, inasmuch as the king does not bring his banish one behind me. We must not die, we are like a Muslim again. We found the gathered up with you. Go not take away life, and devise me to set the banish one. And will not remain in outcast. And I have come to say to my lord the king, and made it the king will perform the request of so. The king will hear and deliver son from the hand of man, who would destroy me and my son together from the heritage of God. And the servant thought, the word of my lord the king will set me at rest. And my lord the king is like the angel of God to discern good and evil. And the Lord your God be with you, and the king asked the Lord, do not hide from me anything I ask you. And the Lord said, my Lord the king speaks. And the king says, the hand of Job with you, Lord, this movement is and say, no, surely the my Lord the king will turn to my hand to laugh from anything that my Lord the king has said. The son of Job who commanded me. Did he put all these words in the mouth? He said, in order to change the course of things, the son of Job did this. And the Lord's wisdom like the wisdom of angel, God to know things that are on the earth. And the king said to Job, behold now again, let's go now. Bring back the only answer. Job found his fast and paid homage. And blessed the king. Job said to his son, I found favor in your sight, my Lord the king. And the king of the requested sons of Job arise. And the king brought Absalom to Jerusalem. The king said, and upon his own house, but he was not to come into his presence. And Absalom left upon his house, and did not come into his presence. And also there was no one so much. Then he grabbed his hands and pierced his Absalom. And Saul took out his head, there was no blemish. And when he cut the head of him, he weighed the hair of his head. 200 shekels like the king's weight. There were one to Absalom places. And one daughter, his name was Tamar, she was a beautiful woman. And Absalom lived 2 full years in Jerusalem without coming into the king's head. And Absalom sent for Job, sent him to the king. Job would not come to. He sent a second time, but Job would not come. And said to his servant, see, Job heard the second time, he's barley there. Go and set it on fire. So Absalom's servant set the field on fire. And Absalom arose and went to Absalom's house and said to him, why have you set my field on fire? Absalom answered Job, now I sent word to come here. I would send you to the king to ask, why have I come from Geshur? Would it be better for me to be there still? Therefore let me go into prison to the king, if there is good on me, and then put me to death. And Job turned to the king to and summoned Absalom. They came to the king about himself on the face of the ground before the king, and the king kissed Absalom. After this, Absalom brought himself a chariot horses. And 50 men to run for him. Absalom used to rise at his temple beside the way of the gate. And any man had a dispute to come before the king for judgment. Absalom called him and said, and once a year you can say, we were sons of such and such a tribe. Absalom said to him, so your claims are good enough. There's no man's against so made by the king to hear you. And Absalom said, and I will judge the land, and every man will dispute over caused by country. I will give him justice, and whenever a man came near to pay homage to him, he would put out his hand and take all of him and kiss him. As Absalom did, all Job came to the king for judgment. So Absalom stole the hearts of men of Israel. And then in 4 years, Absalom said to the king, let me go and pay my fast. And I turned back to the land, he offered 7 Vatican. No, I lived in Geshur now, saying, lo, indeed, bring me back to Jerusalem. And I'll offer wishes to the Lord, king said to him, go in peace. So he wrote, and him went to Hebron, so Absalom sent received messages to all tribes of Israel. And soon as he was on the job, they say, Absalom's king of Hebron. And then Absalom went 200 men from Jerusalem, who invited guests, and they went there and listened. Absalom was offering sacrifice, and for him to have a guild. They had counsel from the city guild. It was spiritually good strong, and the people with Absalom kept increasing. Vishnu came to David, saying, the huntsmen and Israel are going after Absalom. And they never stood 7 children within Jerusalem. Arise, and let's flee, let there be no escape from Absalom. And very quickly, let's take overtake us, and bring everyone on us, and strike the sea with the edge of the sword. And when the king's son said to him, King Jun said to the king, behold, just unto ready to do whatever my lord the king decides. The king went out of his household after him. The king left 10 concubines to keep the house. The king went out, and all the people after him, and they halted at the last. All the sons passed by him, and the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and the 6 kings of Gilead. They fought him from Gath, passed on before the king. The king said to Eli the Gilead, why do you wish to go with us? Go back and stay with the king. You are pardoned and next offering her. And came and they shouted and make you one day bow with us. So they go and do not way. Go back and take your brothers with you. And the Lord shall steadfast love and faithfulness to you. Yet I answered the king as Lord, as my Lord the king lives, wherever my Lord the king shall be. And the death of the life and the said, and we said, David said to Israel, go and pass on. The Italian and Gitai wept, hastened on the doors, and all the little two with it. The lamb wept at them. As other people passed by, and the king cut off the back king. The other people passed on to them. And the America came out, and the other came and said, all the rest. And the ark and covenant God. And they touched down the ark of God, and all the people had all passed out of the sea. And the king said to the ark, the ark and God back into the sea. And I have favor in the eyes of the Lord. And they bring it back and let me see back. And that's why I'm going to see. I'm going to play you. Hey, and I'm going to do the same for the two. King said to the ark of peace. Hey, not a sin, go back to the sea in peace. And the 2 sons of Beer, and he was his son, and John the son of Greater. See, I'll wait and hold to them until word comes to me to inform me. The ark might be okay, the ark and go back to just as they remained. And they went and asked another man of Wales, weeping as they went. Therefore, with his head covered, all people with him covered their heads. And they went up weeping as they went. It was told David, hit the father and conspired with Absalom. David said, well, please send the council hit upon the foolishness. And David was coming to the Solomon and God was worship. And he heard the altar come to me with a coat on David's head. And David said to him, if you go to me, you'll be again to him. If you return to see and say, I shall be a son again. And I have been the past 7 times, but I'll say I'll be so. You will be defeated from the captive, but I'm not second to be found in the priest. And if you ask whatever he hears from the king, so that child is not going to be found the priest. Now there are 2 sons of him, then he was oxen, and be a son. Rather than show unto me everything he he was David's friend came to see this out of into Jerusalem. And David passed the Bel the son. David's servant Mephibosheth met him, and a couple of donkeys. So, bearing 200 loads, about 100 bunches of grapes, and 100 sunflowers in the sea. Let's go one. David said to the king said to the away, brother. David answered, don't care for the king's house to ride on the bread and summer food from the young men to hear those who faint, one for those who faint the ones to do. And the king said, where's your master's son? As he wrestled to the king, he said, he remains to do so. He said, the lady has said, don't give me back the king of my father. And the king said to the behold, all that belonged to the Mephibosheth is now yours. He said, I'm here. I'll make a fine favor in your sight, my lord the king. When King David came to behold, they came in the men of the family of the house of Saul with no shame. So Gary, they came to Cascatel. They threw stones and all the stones to King David, all the people and all the mighty men was right hand his left. Jeremiah said to his Cask, get out, you men of blood, with me. There was a bench on you, all the blood of the house of Saul, but who's supposed to you, right? And the Lord is giving all came into hand of Absalom, Absalom. See, he was in for your men of blood. And besides, sons of said to the king, why should his dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over and take off his head. They can say, what have I to do? His sons of if he is cursing as the Lord said to him, curse him. They then shall say, why have you done so? And David said, don't be shy until it's time to hold my own sons think of my life. There's more men to Benjamin, and leave him alone, curse the Lord's on to. And the Lord look on the wrong done to me, and the Lord repay me with a good for his cursing test. So David's men went on the road. She man went along on the hillside opposite and cursed his man through stones and living upon dust. And the king, all the people of the around the end. They hear fresh and loud now. Absalom, all the people of the men of him and Jerusalem. His father with him, and Hushai the archer, David's men came to Absalom. Hushai said to Absalom, all the king, all the king. And Absalom said to Hushai, not, is this still Lord who's your friend? No, you don't go to your friend. Hushai said to Absalom, no, for him, no, the Lord is people, and all the men and treasure his army with the army. And Hushai said, it should not be so. As I heard your father say, and Absalom said to Hitler, you can what shall we do? Hitler said to Absalom, go into your father, concubine to me, you'd love to keep the house. Not don't hear that you and me shall return to your father. And the hands of all who were with shaken. Then they pitched a tent for Absalom on the roof. And Absalom went into his father's concubines to start all and those who the counsel of Hitler gave was the different one which excluded consulted the word of God. So it was all the counsel of Hitler listening, led by David and by Absalom. Moreover, Hitler said to Absalom, the men choose 12,000 men, and I will rise and pursue David tonight. And come upon him all whose were in disgrace, bearing their pen. And people with wolf. In fact, I am the king, I'll bring all the people back on, exactly as a bride comes home to her husband. And it will save life of enemy, and all people will be at peace with Absalom. And vice them by the eyes of Absalom. And all else is it. Absalom said, call Hushai our terrorist. Let us hear what he has to say. And Hushai came to Absalom. Absalom said to him, thus Hitler spake, Hushai will do as he said. If I don't speak, and Hushai said to Absalom, this time the counsel of Hitler has given us a knocker. Hushai, you know that your father and his men are mighty, and they enraged like a bear robbed of a cups in the field. This is your father's expert in war. You will not spend the night with people. Even now he is hidden in one himself in one of the pits, so in some other place. And as soon as some of the people before the first attack, one of his will say, there has been a storm among the people before Absalom, and even among them who starts like a hard line, godly mouth fearful, always don't know that your fathers are mighty men. And those who fear him, who with them are valiant men. And my counsel is that always will be gathered to you from day to peaceful, and to snare with to sleep from water. You go to bound person, you go not upon him in some place where he is to be found. You shall lie upon his beautiful horse and the ground. Of him and all the men who are with him, all one shall be there. He was chosen to do not to bring most to see, would trudging and divide not until not again the purpose to be found. Absolutely all the men is so. The counsel who shall archer is better than the high counsel of Hitler. The Lord has been to be the good counsel of Hitler, and the Lord might bring harm upon Absalom. And who shall send to the dark and be at the priest? Thus and so did Hitler counsel of Absalom, and that was Israel. And thus and so I counsel now, therefore send quickly until David. Thus the tonight afterwards and when the spoke, go I on into passing. The king all the people with them be sorted. And Jonathan he was very ready to get in regular. But also was to go and tell them they were good to tell King David. And not to be seen and to see you might all and told Absalom. So both of them went away quickly and came to the house of a man over who well this courtyard. And they went down into it. And one took a spirit covering over the wise mouth and scattered grain there. Nothing was known of it, and Absalom's servant came to the woman's house. They said, where he must not. And the woman saw it, said to them, they've gone over the brook of wood. And they saw it, and could not find it, and they returned to Jerusalem. After they had gone, the men came up out of the wood, and told King David, they said to David, arise and go quickly over the wood. But thus so had a head fell counsel against you. And David arose and all the people with them, and the counsel across the Jordan. And David, no, not one was left who had not crossed the Jordan. When the Hitler saw that his counsel had not fallen, he followed, he sat his donkey and went off into his own city. He set his house on himself, and he died as buried into his father. Then came to Mahanaim, but Absalom crossed the Jordan with all the men of Israel. And Absalom had set Amasa over the army and Sojourn. And Amasa was the son of men a further Ishmael, who married Abigail, Abigail the daughter, and the house sister of Jerusalem. And Israel and Absalom came to Lincoln. And David came to Mahanaim, so his son the house of Rabbi Amalek. And he had son Amir from Lodabar. Marzilla, Yuli died from Mergel and brought bread to basins, earth and basins, wheat, barley, flour, parched grains, beans, and lentils. Money and curtain sheep and sheep on the hair. But David and the people with him to eat, and they sent the people hungry and weary and thirsty in the wilderness. And they must the men who were with him instead over them commands of thousands, commands of hundreds. So David set up the army, 1/3 under the command of Joab, 1/3 under the command of Abishai, the sons of Joseph, 1/3 under the command of Ittai together. And the king said to me, I myself were to go out with you. And they said, you shall not go out, for they will not care of us. How else they will not care about us, for you are worth 10,000 of us. Therefore it seems better that you send us away out from the sea. The king said to him, what is the best you are doing? So the king studied silently, all the army marched out. 900 of my 1,000. The king ordered Joab and Abishai and Ittai to go gently for my sake with the young man Absalom. And all the people heard what the king gave order to commands about Absalom. And all the army went out into fight against Israel. They had fought in the forest of Ephraim, and the men of Israel and defeated by 70 his sons and the rest of the air was going to see 2,000 men who had spread over the face of all the country. And the forest about more people that day in the sun. And Absalom happened to be the sons of the Absalom was running his mill. And he went under his feet crossed of the dark. His head caught fast in the mill. He was suspended between heaven and earth. While the mill that some them went on, the servant saw and told Joab, now I saw Absalom hanging there. So said to him and told him what you saw. Why then you did not strike him down? I would have been glad to give you 10 pieces of silver. And I said to Joab, even if I felt mine, my hand in the way of 1,000 pieces of silver. I will not return my hand against my king's son. And now here, the king commanded you to be a son. And I say, protect the young man out of the hand, but not trust it against the life. You yourself was to live. Joab said, I will not waste time like this with you. Take the Joab in his hand and thrust him into the heart of Absalom while still alive in the earth. And 10 young windows on the rest stood around the house. And he struck him and killed him. And Joab played a trumpet. And troops came back from pursuing Israel. Joab restrained them and took Absalom and threw them into a great pit and the forest and raised up a very great heap of stone. And Israel fled everyone to Shechem. And Absalom is left there. And he had taken from himself the pillars in the king's way. He said, I know some to keep my name I remember. So he's called the pillar of his name. And his name is called Absalom's mother and sister. And he made son of Zerah, and they run carrying these to king, and the Lord delivered from the hand of his enemies. Then Joab says to you, you not to carry these to you. And you carry news in other days. Today we shall carry no news, because the king's son said. And Joab said to Cushai, go tell the king what you see. Cushai bowed before Joab, and ran, and he met his son Zerah said again to Joab, come with me. And let me also run after Cushai, just how well you run my son. It seems that you have no reward for no news. Come on, me, he said, all right. So he said to him, and he met his man by the way the planet outran the Cushai. And they were standing between the two gates, and the watchman went up to the roof of the gate by the wall. And first as the power saw him running away. The watchman called and told the king said, here is their land, there is the north. They drew near and near, and the watchman saw another man running. And the watchman called again and said, see another man running away. Because the ears of the watchman said, I think they're running up the first like the running away, he met some beside. And then he said, there's a good man comes to the good news. And Haman cried out to the king as well. He bowed before the king with his face to the earth and said, blessed be the Lord of hosts, deliver you many raised up my hand against the king. And the king said, as well as the young man answered. And Haman said, went on. Then Joab said to the king, said, listen, I saw a great commotion, I did not know where it was. And the king said, turn aside to me. So he turned aside and stood still. And behold, the Cushite king, the Cushite said, good news from my lord the king. And the Lord stood ready to stay from the hand of all who rose up against him. The king said to Cushite, it's well with him. And the young man after. And the king said, may the enemy of my lord the king and all who rose up against you. And it will be like the young man. And the king was deeply moved and went up to the chamber of the king and wept. And his sister wept and said, my son Absalom, my son Absalom. When I died instead of you, Absalom, my son. He was told Joab, behold, the king's weeping and mourning for Absalom. So the victory was that day was turned to mourning for all the people. And the people had that day, the king was waiting for us. And the people stole into sea that day, as people steal, and who was ashamed when they came back. The king covered his face, and the king cried with a loud voice, and my son Absalom, my son. Then Joab came into the house and the king and said, you today cover the face of all his sons, who this day serve your life. And then allows your sons and daughters, and allows your wives and your concubines, and you love those who hate and hate those who love you. You have made it clear today, it commands the sons to look to you. And today I will know that if Absalom were alive, all of us to do it today. And then you will be praised. Now therefore, write, go and speak kindly to your sons. I swear by the Lord, if you do not go, no man will stay with you this night. And they will be worse for you than all the evil that has come upon you from your youth until now. And the king arose and took his city and again, and all the people were told. And they held the king's needs again, and the people came before the king. And there was out for every man to die. And all the people were saying, how you can tell the trumpeters were saying, and the king that was from the hand of enemies, saved us from the hand of the first, and now he's glad of the land from Absalom. And Absalom, he made known to over us in Denver, and therefore why do you say nothing about me and the king? The king David sent this message to Absalom and be the priest. And Mary the priest said to the elders of Jun, why should you be the last to bring the king back to his house? When the word of always has come to the king, you are my blood, you are my bone of my flesh, why did you be the last to bring back the king? And say to him, I say, if you are not my bone of my flesh, God do so to me and more, if you not come into my army from now on and place in jar. And he swayed the heart of all the men and Jews one day, so that they sent word to the king, return both you and all his sons. And the king came back to John, and Judah came to Gil to meet the king and to bring the king over to John. And Shimei the son of Gad, the Benjamin, from Bethlehem, cried to come there. With the men of Judah to make King David, with them 1,000 men from Benjamin. And Ziba the servant of the house of Saul with 15 sons and 20 sons rushed unto John before the king, and crossed the ford to bring over the king's household and to do his pleasure. And Shimei the son of Gera fell down before the king, as he was about to cross to John. And he said to the king, let not my lord hold me guilty, or remember how your son did wrong in the day. And let the king left Jerusalem. And you know that the king take it hard, his son knows I was there. Therefore God will come to see the festival of the house of Joseph come down to me, my lord the king. And we shall sons of Uri and Ed. And not Shimei with his death because of this. Because he cursed the Lord and not to him, David said, what am I to do with you? Sons of Uri, you should this day be as an adversary to me. So I know you put to death in the days of this day. And you do not know that I am this day king of his own. King said to Shimei, you shall not die. King gave his oath, and Mephibosheth's son came down to meet the king. And he had taken his feet. And taking care of food and trimmed his beard and washed his clothes. And David came to fight until the day came back in safety. He introduced him to the king and said to him, I now go with me, Mephibosheth, and said, my lord, the king, my son, to see me. And so said, I'll set a donkey for myself. And my ram and go with me. For so is later, he is laying his servant to my lord the king. And my lord the king hath the angel of God, do so therefore what's in good to you. And my father's house will about men do just before my lord the king. He said his servants among those who do your tale. But further I have I then to cry to the king. The king said to him, I won't speak any more, your father, as I would say, you and see you shall deliver me. And Mephibosheth said to him, let him take him. His my lord the king has come safely home. Now Barzillai come down from regular. And he went on with the king of Judah to escort him over to John. Barzillai was the very age, man, 80 years old. He bribed the king with a fair voice, did him a henny. Here's a body working there. And the king said to Barzillai, come over with me. I'll provide you feed with me in Jerusalem. Barzillai said to him, how many years have I still to live? I should go with the king to Jerusalem. And this day 80 years old. Can I understand what's present and what's not? Can someone taste what he eats or what he drinks? Can I listen to the voice of singing men singing? Why then should so be an ad burden to my lord king? This servant will go a little way with John the king. Why should the king repay me with such a promise to do so? I am down my own sin near the grave of my father and mother. His servant Shimei, let him go over with my lord king, do for him whatever seems good to you. And king said, Shimei shall go over me. I will do for him whatever seems good to you, and all the days that I may I'll do for you. And the Lord before over the John, and the king went over. King kissed Barzillai and blessed him, and he returned to his people. King went on to Gilgal, and Shimei went on with it. All the people were Judah, it's a heart of people, and brought the king on his way. And all the men of Israel came to the king and said to him, I have my brothers and men of Judah, stolen you away, but the king has house over John. All David's met with him, all the men of Judah answered the men of Israel. As the king's close about him, why are you angry with this man? And we didn't know it was the king's expense, so he could not say a gift. And the men of Israel answered the men of Judah, we have taken shows in the king, and David is to be more than me. Why then do you despise us? Were we not the first to speak and bring you back, okay? And the words of men of Judah were faces in the words of men of Israel. That there happened to be a wolf, and his name was Sheba, the son of Sheba the Benjamin. They built to him and said, we have no portion there. We have no inheritance in the son, to see every man to his tent to Israel. And then all the men of Israel, which from David followed Sheba, the son of Sheba, the men of Judah followed the king's staff slave from Jordan to Jerusalem. And David came to assassinate Jerusalem, and came to the 10 concubines. He made not rapidly take care, and for the house put them in the hands on the God provided for them. They did not go into the city of shop until the day of their death. They bring us if him with her. And the king said to Master, called them and Judah together to meet with them 3 days. They that do so. Master went to summon Judah, they lay beyond the set time they appointed them. They asked to be sent, and Sheba son of Bashir would do us more harm than after. He the Lord sent to pursue him, lest he would get himself. Therefore, if I see escape from us. And he went out after him, Joseph, and the sheriff had his palatine. All the mighty men, they went out from Jerusalem to pursue Sheba the son of Bashir. And they were wearing the great stones, and Gideon and Master came to me. And Joab was wearing a soldier's garment, and over it was a belt with a sword, and a sheath fastened on its side, and he went forward and fell out. And Joab said to Master, well, you my brother. And Joab took a massive by the beard in his right hand to kiss him. And the master did not observe the sword that was in Joab's hand, so Joab struck him with it in his stomach. And his spirit entrusted the ground to strike in the second blow. And he died, and Joab and Abishai, his brother, pursued Sheba the son of Bashir. And then Joab turned and took a stand by the master and said, I have favored Joab, whereas for David, let him follow Joab. And the master lay one of his blood and blood on the highway. And then one came by seeing him, stopped, and the man knew that. Then saw all the people stopped and carried a mess out of the highway into the field. They got him over and taken out of the highway, the people went on after Joab to pursue Sheba the son of Bashir. And Sheba passed over the tribes of his table at Beth Makkah. And all the Bishops assembled called followed him. And the men who were there, if Joab came, came and besieged and able Beth Maca. He cost of a man against the sea, and stood against the rampart, they were beating the water for them. Third, and watchman called from the sea, listen to Jai, come in here, let me speak to you. They came to the woman and said, are you Jai? And he said, listen to my words, yes, sir. Yes, I am listening. He said, he used to say important how to tell them, but ask counsel of name. And so they said, I am one of those who are peaceful and faithful in Israel. You seek to destroy city as a mother in Israel. My own was swallowed, the heritage of the Lord, and Job answered, far be it from me. Far be it that I should swallow and destroy. As not Judah, and the hill country Ephraim, called shepherd son of Israel, as the first hand against King David. Give up him alone, and I will withdraw from the sea. And one said to Job, behold, his hair shall be thrown to you over the wall. And I will know into the old people, and I cut off the hair shepherd son of Israel, and threw it out to Job. So he blew a trumpet, and dispersed from the sea, and remained to time. Job returned to Jerusalem to king, and Job was the commander of all the army, and Benaiah and Jehoiada was the commander of Triphath and Palphaz. And Adoram was in charge of 4 slaves, and Jehoshaphat and Ahalab was the recorder. Shevon was secretary, and Zadok and Bethel were priests. And Aaron and Jerah was David's priest. And the family of days of David for 3 years, year after year, and David sought the face of the Lord, and the Lord said, he has blood and soul in his house, because they put the given knife to death. The king called the given directly, and the given were not the people as I were the women of the Amorites. All the people of Israel had sworn to spare them, and sword to strike them down as you. All the people of Israel and Judah. Jesus to give you, what shall I do for you? How shall I make a time that I may bless the heritage of the Lord? Given I said to him, there is no as a matter so will God between us and storm his house. Neither is there for us to put any man to death in Israel. And I said, what do you say I should do for you? And to the king, the man consumed us and to destroy us, that we should have no Christ in all territory of Israel. I said, it was something to be given to us, though he hang them before the Lord and gave us. There is no blood, and the king said, I'll give them. And the king spared Mephibosheth, the son of Saul, and Jonathan, because the oath of the Lord and man. No, that was between them. And David and Jonathan, the son of Saul. Then he took 2 sons of his parents as well. Him she brought to Saul. I made him Mephibosheth, and wife not to marry the daughter of Saul. Him she brought to Adriel, son of Barzillai, and Maholathai. And gave them to him to give it as they hang them on the mount before the Lord. And 7 of them perished together, and were put to death in the first day's harvest. He gave a barley harvest, and rose by the door, and took sackcloth to spread for himself. And the rock from the beginning harvest, no rain fell upon them. And then Herod, and they did not allow the birds to come on them by day, and the beasts of the field by night. And David was told what was by the door, and the concubine saw it done. David went and took the bones of Saul and the bones of his son Jonathan from the men of David together. And Solomon from Bogus where Beshu. And then first day to hang them, on the day of the first day to kill Saul and Gilgal. And he brought from there the bones of Saul and the bones of his son Jonathan. And he gathered the bones of those who were hanged, and he buried the bones of Saul and his son Jonathan, and landed Benjamin and Zal. Then Tim Cush's father, and he did all that the king commanded. After that, God responded to the plea for life. And again war between the Philistines and Israel. They went down together with the servants. They fought against the Philistines. They were grouped weary, and they speak battle on the descendants of the giants. This spear weighed 300 shekels of bronze. He was armed, and he sought to kill David. And the Beatrice son of Zeruiah came to David and attacked the Philistine and killed him. And David's men sought to, he shall no longer go out with us to battle. And so he quenched the lamp of Israel. After this day was again war with the Philistines and God. And Sibbecai the Hushite 5 shekels and Sapphira was one of the sons of the chief. And there was again war with the Philistines at God, and Elhanan son Jael Oregon. They Bethlehem I struck down Goliath and Githa. So after his spear like a weird being, there was again war with and there was a man great stature, 6 fingers in his hand, and 6 toes in each, with 24 in number. He was the son from the giants. And he taught it, so Jonathan the son of Shimei and David's brother, struck them. And then they forward descended from the giants and Gath. They fell by the hand of David and by the hand of Saul. And they spoke to the Lord and his words of Saul. When David and the Lord delivered him from the hand of all his enemies, and the hand of Saul, they said, Proverbs 20. Wine is mock strong drink of blow over, less true by his own wine. Terrible kings like the valley when whoever provokes them tank forth its life. It is honor for a man to keep a lid from strife, every fool will call it. How good does not plow in the water, he will seek harvest have nothing. Purpose in man's heart is likely what a man unstable Jordan. A man becomes so steadfast like a faithful man can fly. The righteous walks inherently, best as you often in the case of some better judgment. It is all evil to lies, who could say I made my heart pay, I believe in myself. And equal is not equal minister, both like an abomination to the law. The child makes himself known by its acts, by words conduct is pure not right. The hearing and the seeing eye, the Lord's made them both. And no slavers who come to come, the opening idea of playing by. Bad says about when they go away, they rest, they are gone about to costly sin. And this knowledge of precious jewel, taking means God put security for strength, God upon Judah puts security for foreigners. He came by a city, speak to me, after his mouth before the God. And such time for counsel, my wise guide to wage war. No one goes best like the reverse secret, therefore do not associate with the simple battle. Uncurse the father's mouth, it is them who put out darkness. And their hearts began hastily in the beginning, one will be blessed in the year. Just how I pay evil, wait for the Lord to deliver you, when they go into abomination to the most scared and not good. And this is from the how can Alan command and stand away, snare say rashly is holy, and to reflect on them from making matter, one king's going to the wicked. And they dies and get ill, and spare the man's life unto the Lord. Actually was in most past, every time faithful to serve the king. And his steadfast love his days upon, and God had the Lord in his Israel. I spend all minutes to go ahead, but as the wind comes away, he restricts me clean in his past. Psalm 86. Incline me, O Lord, and to me from poor neighbor, protect my life, I am God, over here, save us, and trust me, O my God. He grace to me, O Lord, for you to you do a cry of the day, and solution. For to you, O Lord, do I lift up myself, for you, O Lord, are good and forgive. You are steadfast love to all who call upon you, give you, O Lord, to my prayer. Listen to my plea for grace in the day of my trouble, I call upon you for answer. There is none like you among the gods, nor are there any works like yours, and who shall go. Now I worship before you, O Lord, shall glorify your name, for you are great and do wondrous things, you are like God. You shall wait, Lord, Lord, I will walk in it. You know my heart to fear your name, I give thanks to you, O Lord, my God, with my whole heart. And glorify your name forever, for grace is my steps up toward me. They deliver myself from death, soul, O God, and some and grace never again. And with me seeks my life, and then I'll say you before. For you, O Lord, God, mercy with grace, floating and burning steps on faithfulness. Turn to me with grace to me, give yourself to your servant, save us from your maid, so show me a sign of your favor. That is a hate me, may seem be put to shame, because you, O Lord, help me, you comfort me. Now, so as you know, to us, pray, from them, help me, and give me coming down that this is and so they both free, that just lead not to taste, those evil one. This king of power, the growth of our mercy tomorrow. Bye.